Hello. Today we are going to be reacting to 5 British people versus 1 fake. This is a video by Jubilee. I saw this pop up on my suggested and I am fascinated to see how this is going to go. I kind of hope they don't reveal who the fake is, so then I can kind of play along and sort of see if I can figure it out. I hope this literal intro part that I'm at the moment isn't giving it away, but if it is, I might blank it over so then the people watching the video won't know until, and then I'll blank this beginning bit over so you can't see what I'm looking at, and then see so you can play along. Anyway, let's do this. I'm excited. This is a 14-minute video, so we're going to jump right into it. Here we go. See if I can figure out who it is, if I can tell based off a fake accent or something.
I am British.
I am British.
I'm British.
I'm British.
I am British.
I'm British.
I'm British.
What?
Oh my god, they don't tell us. This is sick. Okay, so I get to play along. I'm excited. Here we go. That last one, the one that I sort of copied, that I'm British. I'm a bit suspicious of that one because it's such a bold choice in accent. It is a good accent, but it's the one that stands out the most to me. So therefore, I wonder if it's someone heavily putting on an accent.
Why am I nervous?
Is anyone else nervous?
I'm nervous too. I'm actually a dual citizen, US and UK.
Okay, well this is unfair, isn't it?
I grew up in England, in London, and I moved to America when I was 12. So you'll hear I have a bit of a funky accent.
I'm not a dual citizen, I'm a citizen of the UK, but I also moved when I was 12, and my accent, for the most part, I think I still sound kind of British.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a citizen of the UK. I spent about 4 years in India, so I got a bit of that as well. And I moved to the US 2 years ago for UCLA, so I'm a student right now.
I'm also a citizen of the UK. I moved to the US 2 months ago.
Welcome.
I lived in Canada before that for 4 years, which was horrible because I hate the cold.
I've lived here for 11 years. I'm from Liverpool.
I do not believe him. I think it's him immediately. He does not have a Liverpudlian accent. Obviously, he's lived in America for like 11 years, so it's probably like rubbed off or something. But the Liverpool accent is usually a very strong accent. I'm sus of this guy right now.
Yeah, I've been here a long time, so my accent kind of sounds muddled, but I'm a Scouser.
Get him out. Get him out. It's not him. I mean, it is him. He's the imposter here. He sounds American. He sounds, I don't believe him. Get him out. Get him out.
Scouts! I'm also a dual citizen.
Let me.
I moved here when I was 12. Well, I got my dual citizenship when I was 12.
Lots of people got their dual citizenships at 12.
Suspicious.
Eyes on you.
Not very.
I said it first.
That's true, that's true.
You're from London. Where in the UK are you from?
Yeah, London.
London.
Yeah.
Leicester.
Liverpool.
Where are you from?
London.
In the UK? Oh, London. I'm from Manchester.
What part of
Oh, Manchester. I'm from Manchester as well.
London?
Peckham.
No way. Okay, I'm from Upper Norwood.
Yeah.
Where
West.
specifically in
West.
London? West, okay.
Yeah.
I'm from Leicester and Wigston.
Oh, okay, nice.
Where in Liverpool? I studied there.
I was born in West Derby.
Okay.
Wigston, that's like near Oadby.
Yes. I believe
Market
so.
Harbour.
Market Harbour. Sounds familiar. Yeah. I mean, I
Oh,
grew up in
cheeky.
a very small bubble. I mean, my parents would take me everywhere. And I grew up in India for like 14 to 18.
I think that's fair. You know, like, you don't necessarily know all the places around you or like the distance for them. Like, I don't even know like a lot of the places that would be, you know, like a couple miles away by name, or whether or not they are only a couple miles away without looking at a map. So I wouldn't look into this one too much, for me at least.
And then go back to the UK, finish up my school there. And then
How
come
long
in.
were you in Leicester for?
From 0 to 14. I was born in Leicester. Yeah.
That's cool.
I feel like someone from Leicester would have automatically known where Market Harbour is. I'm from Manchester, and I know where Market Harbour
I'm from Manchester. I've never heard of Market Harbour before.
is. It's a tiny little town.
I don't know a lot
Exactly. It's a tiny little town. Why would we know?
about English geography because I was so in my own world. And yeah, my parents would take me around everywhere. So his story was convincing to me because that's similar to my story.
Wait a minute. Go back.
It's a tiny little town.
I don't know a lot about English geography because I was so in my own world. And yeah, my parents would take me around everywhere. So his story
What is that on the shoulder? Is that a crown? I was gonna say, is that a crown? If so, that's so fake. That's like they've done that on purpose to make us think she is. It might not be a crown though. I might just be making fun of a tattoo that is like legit and actually means something. So
Was convincing to me because that's similar to my story. What were you guys' first impressions of America?
Really
Big.
overwhelmed.
Big, right?
Very big.
Also, like
oh my
huge
God.
portions with their food. Like every plate
Literally,
is like
their medium-sized
big.
pizza is our large-sized pizza.
Yeah.
It's
low
overwhelmed.
hanging
The
fruit.
imperial system.
Yes.
Horrible. Well, I've been here for 2 months. I'm still trying to get used to Fahrenheit. It's really stressing me out.
The temperature is one, things like that, you know. And like I work off a 24-hour clock.
He's like, I think he's being set up here with the editing to make him look more suspicious than he is. I don't think he's suspicious at the moment. I think he's like, I can see why people would think he's suspicious, but I don't think he is right now. But we'll see. We haven't really, he doesn't speak too much is the thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I still got that, yeah.
I think tipping culture is pretty bad.
Oh,
everything here,
tipping culture
everything,
is-
whatever the price is,
Oh,
it's
goodness.
like at least $3.
But we could stay in this
or more.
conversation for ages.
I got a lot of questions, like people assume because you're British you like something. So when One Direction was big, they're like, you're British, you like One Direction. I was like, I have heard maybe 2 of their songs. Or like Harry Potter, hot take, I haven't seen all of the movies, I've only seen
Outrageous. Outrageous.
2.
You're joking.
I'm sorry, I know, that's like the peak British thing and I haven't done it.
Well, like the first thing they say is like talk about tea or
Yeah.
and
Right,
or
tea
water.
coffee.
They always,
Oh,
they
yeah.
they always say water.
Or like pip.
He paused when he was going to say water then. It's water, not water. I'm a little bit more suspicious of him now because I'm wondering if he was too much in his head there, so he had to like stop himself thinking that he was going to make a mistake.
Pip Cheerio. Like, sorry, no one says that.
I'm suspicious of her at the moment. Not super suspicious, but suspicious
His
enough.
story at first kind of seemed like
Little suspicious of him now. I wasn't before, but it's growing on me a little bit. But I feel like the editing is kind of doing him a bit dirty here. Like with no music in the background when he speaks, it makes it feel a bit awkward.
he was just making something up.
You're the worst British.
Fully suspicious of him just because of the accent alone, and the look also just does not feel British at all.
accent I've heard ever. I'm so convinced it's him.
He didn't know his geography.
I was just shocked. I was a bit sheltered, but so I
Really?
didn't know my geography very well. But I was wondering when they're going to get Michael out.
That was
Yeah, Michael, get
He
Michael
sounded
out.
very British.
I think it's a joke. I think everyone's British.
I feel like when I meet people, they always say, "Oh, you're from London." They automatically like assume everyone's from London. I'm like, "No, I'm from Liverpool." They're like, "Oh, the Beatles," and they mention the Beatles, but the UK is so big, like they just think it's just
Which
London.
is funny because I feel like a fake when I say I'm from London because it's like, oh, of course you're from London.
I spoke to someone that thought London was the country.
One time someone asked me, are you from England or Britain?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Well, that's because Americans don't know geography.
I swear to God, if it's Omar, I'm going to be so upset because he's repping Manchester right now, and I'm from Manchester, so I should be able to tell if he's one of us or not. But the problem is, Manchester's so diverse, and the accents are so all over the place. There's the classic Mancunian accent. It's a very thick northern accent that I don't even have. So it's so hard to tell based off the accent for him. Fully do not believe Michael. Get him out. He's not British. Get him out. It's him.
At all.
I will say, since living here, I have felt my just general world knowledge declining as I go through the education system.
I trust her.
I don't know
I believe
anything
that she
about
is.
anywhere anymore.
For me, since I moved when I was 12, which is 7th grade here in the States,
She mentioned 7th grade, and usually we say year 7 or year 8 or year 9, and it just threw me off.
He sounds so American. How is it not him? It's got to be him. I'm set. It's Michael. It's Michael. Michael. American Michael.
the biggest change I noticed was how students address their teachers. Like, it's very informal, you know? Whereas I think growing up in England, like, you would never question your teacher, you know? Or like, I feel like the parents have that kind of
school did you go to?
It was funny because obviously growing up in England, you wear uniforms all the time.
Yeah.
It was lavender in the summertime with white
Yeah,
socks.
you have a winter and,
And
summer
then
uniform.
winter, summer uniform,
Yeah.
and a PE uniform that changes based on the
What
season
school did
too.
you go to?
Seasonal uniforms I did not have. I had a uniform, I had a different PE uniform, but I did not have seasonal uniforms. So unless this is some like crazy like London, I think she said that she was from London, like private school kind of thing. Like we didn't have seasonal uniforms, so I'm a little suspicious of that.
High school shout out.
Although thinking about it, like I feel like I'm so glad that we had a uniform in school
Oh,
because
yeah.
the poor fashion choices I made at 13, I'm so glad I
was
didn't have to go to
That's
school
fair.
dressed like
No,
that.
genuinely, I look back at my Facebook photos and want to disassociate from whoever that girl was. It wasn't me.
Hey good humans, it's Timmy here.
And Maddie.
I'm a sucker for a good British accent. Do you think you've sniffed out the mole yet?
Honestly, I'm not sure. All I've been smelling are these sweet, sweet fragrances I got from Scentbird.
Michael.
What's that?
Wait, you've never
Sorry,
heard
I got
of
a bit of
Scentbird?
cough.
Well, Scentbird is actually the sponsor of this portion of the video. Scentbird is reimagining everything about how people discover, shop for, purchase, and even experience fragrances. They let you try new designer fragrance every month for just $17. And every month you get to pick what you want to receive, so there aren't any surprises. Here, try this. Scentbird has a huge selection of perfumes, colognes, and unisex options. And with each fragrance, you'll get a 30-day supply so you can try out fragrances before committing to a full-size bottle, which can easily cost over $150. This month, I received Memoirs Wish You Were Here, and I love it because the notes of summer rain, toasted almonds, and fresh ground coffee just give me the cozy vibes of chilling in a cafe on a rainy summer day.
So good. This is Throne from English Laundry. It has both floral and fruity notes, and you know how much I love my fruity notes. But it also has that mask vibe that you get with a lot of cologne.
Oh my god, I love that. My boyfriend's getting that one for sure.
Excuse me, I'm keeping this one for myself.
No. You can actually use the coupon code Jubilee55 to get 55% off your first month at Scentbird.
55%
It's
is
just
pretty
a
good,
little
actually.
over $8 for your first month, available in the USA and Canada.
Be sure to check out the links in the description for all the scents we received this month. Thanks so much to Scentbird for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back into the episode.
By the way, I figure if I'm reacting to their content, I should sit through their ads as well. That's only fair, really.
She was
Why-
a little bit quiet. As
what
the
is
rest
going
of
on?
the group.
I mean, I get it. I'm a little bit suspicious of Mallory as well, but Michael.
Hi guys.
Yes, it
Why is he still
I think
in?
I
What's
said
going on?
grade 7. There are words that I say in the American way now.
Raise your hand if you think the mole is still in the box and you wish to
100%.
continue the game. All right, majority rules. That means we move
I
on
knew
to
it.
round 3.
So you guys still think the mole's in the box right now?
Yeah,
Who,
you.
who do you think it is?
Oh, of course you're asking.
Who do you
Mr.
think it
Mole
is?
Michael.
We can't
Michael
tell them
Mole.
right now, can we?
I thought you guys were all British. Like I really was ready to.
Honestly,
Ready to
it's
win?
starting to pick up on some accent glitches.
I'm just a really suspicious person generally.
Okay.
So.
If you had to pick
I fully trust Omar right now. If I heard him in Manchester just like walking around, no doubts. I'm gonna be so heartbroken if it's Michael. But I know it's not Michael. It's Michael. 100% Michael. Omar is the only one I fully trust right now.
pick one item from a supermarket, what was it like your favorite item from that store? So
Chocolate fingers.
Hey, this is a really random thing to say, but the meal deal, the Tesco meal deal.
Oh my God, yes.
They're always the best.
Ironically, there were these, it came in a yellow package. It was like an American pancake. It was so good, you put it in the toaster. And I put it in the toaster all the time. It was really tasty. It was just a generic, I think it might have been.
I don't know that one.
But it wasn't something notable.
What would you get?
the prawn cocktail sandwich, definitely.
Oh, no, I like this crisp, the prawn cocktail crisp.
The pink one.
I think the crisp.
Oh, he knows about prawn cocktail crisps. I think, prawn cocktail. I feel like, I don't know, he said chocolate fingers and prawn cocktail crisps. I feel like if you used to look up specifically British things, those are some of the first things that will come up that aren't like bait, that aren't like obvious. Like, oh, I like tea and crumpets. I still think it's him. I still think Michael is the mole.
I miss the most are Monster Munch and Quavers.
I was going to say Quavers. I was going to say
Good
Quavers.
answers.
What's
Good
it?
answers.
No, I don't think with what's it.
No?
I mean, that's totally fair. What's-its are so overhyped. That is such a funny response. Omar, oh my god, I really like Omar. See, that's added more suspicion to Michael because, like, What's-its, of course, very popular in the UK, but they're also, again, if you used to look up like popular UK specific things, those are one of the top things probably. And it's also very close to Cheetos, so that's something that like an American would say.
What about discos? Do you guys like discos?
What's a disco?
Yeah, so
You know,
they're crisp.
discos, the crisps?
What do you mean, Michael?
They have, like,
What
a
do you mean,
bunch of
Omar?
flavors,
They're
salt,
like old
vinegar,
school ones, man.
barbecue.
Here or UK?
UK.
Oh, no,
They're not here at all.
No.
How
He
is he
didn't
not
know
heard
what
of?
discos were? I mean, okay, well, he can't be British.
Oh no, Omar, please. You have to know what discos are.
My initial suspicions. Michael Lives.
What?
I don't know.
Getting
Just
married.
out of everybody.
It's probably my accent. Like I'm
No,
from
not
Liverpool.
even the act. I think also too, you were
Yeah.
the only one who didn't raise your hand. And
I really thought that
I
because
mean,
I thought you guys were
not that
good.
means again,
I was like,
not
okay,
that
these are my
means
fellow
anything.
Brits right
and
here.
then you said I thought you all were British. There were just some things.
No
I
one
was
has
like-
that much British camaraderie.
I'm not saying it is you.
Okay.
I'm just
So
saying
true.
out of everyone who it could have been, in my mind,
Okay.
it was closer to being you.
I'd rather not say.
So now you look
Oh.
suspicious.
Nah.
I don't trust anyone. You could all be lying to me.
If it's any, I mean, I don't know if this is cheating, but I literally have a tattoo on my body of my postcode.
And we're going.
Why do you have a tattoo of your postcode on your body? That is ridiculous. I'm so suspicious of you for that. Like, I don't think it's a real. Why would you do that? Who would? I don't get it. That's such a weird choice, but it might have some sort of sentimental value. So sure, whatever. Really?
You
Michael.
didn't know what disco
No.
chips were.
No, Omar. No. How has no one picked the guy that sounds American?
You mother.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's my favorite. He's the protagonist here for me. I love his humor.
You know.
I'm surprised.
He knows. You know.
I'm really bitter about being voted out. Just because somebody doesn't know the same snack as you does not mean that their nationality should be questioned.
If you
He sounded overly British there, so I'm a little bit suspicious of that, but I trust in Omar. If Omar is not British, then I am not British.
think the mole is still in the box and you'd like to continue the game, raise your hand.
Oh God.
I still feel she might be the mole.
Really?
He's so in
I'm
seats
really,
of
like-
deception. Seats of doubt.
my
Seeds
God.
of doubt, I should say.
Okay, so you got your dual citizenship when you were 12. Did you move with your family, and where did you move to?
I got sponsored by my auntie.
Sponsored?
Yeah, we got sponsored from when we were really young, so pretty much when we were born. By the time it came through, that was a waiting list back then. So
Wow.
it came through when we were 12. When we were kids, we used to come every year. My mum wanted us to move, you know, or have the option when we're older to be able to go back and forth, you know.
I've been here for 11 years. I came in 2012, and I originally came over to see my sister. She lives in North Carolina. She has her own little deli, so I was helping her out. And then in 2014, I moved to LA, and I've been here since. Yeah.
Your turn.
Okay, I know. You guys are like ganging up on me. So my dad works at an IT company, and so they asked if he could be the manager in LA, and we all moved.
She's also very well spoken, which makes me a little bit suspicious. Like, it's a very well spoken British accent, like almost too well spoken. There's so many accents in the UK, and an accent like that isn't as necessarily common as you'd expect.
Moved, and we've been here for 12 years.
But obviously the UK is very much attributed to that particular like version of the accent.
Okay.
Went to school here.
You said you go UCLA, yeah?
I go to UCLA. I'm studying linguistic anthropology, minoring in French. I don't know.
Linguistic anthropology.
Linguistic, yeah.
Do you know a lot about football?
Linguistic.
Like, do you know any of the
Suspicious.
teams in the Premier League?
Well, okay. I never
you
got
also?
into football
Okay.
really when I was there. I only supported the teams that my friends.
Which ones? What teams?
So obviously Chelsea, Arsenal, Man U were like the main ones. I don't watch sports in general, really.
Okay.
If a game's on, if the World Cup's on, obviously
You watch it.
England all the way. But in general,
I don't really watch too much football, but if you grow up in England,
You'll
I'm not really a football person either, so like I wouldn't really know how to answer that. But it's a bit suspicious her naming the main, like some of the more common ones for people to know about outside of the UK.
know about the Premier League.
yeah, no. Gosh, this is hard.
Michael, get him out. What is going on?
I had a feeling.
There's two Americans. They're working together. They've infiltrated us.
And I was just the only one not in that pact.
Do you feel confident in your choice?
I do.
How is he still in?
You're not the mole, are you? Okay, good.
If the lights turn green, that means that you have voted the mole out and you both win. If the lights turn red, that means the mole is still in the box and you lose. So,
if you did a good job.
No, I'm
No, he didn't.
Yeah, nothing to worry about.
3, 2, 1.
No, please, Omar. Don't be Omar. Out of the people that were sent out, my first suspicion was of the girl with the yellow shirt, but I'm thinking it was the last girl that was sent out because her accent was almost too good, and that's my suspicion there. I cannot believe it's not Michael. I'm shook to my core right now. Just please don't be Omar. Please.
Well, the mole reveal themselves in 3, 2, 1.
Get off him.
Oh,
She knew it.
Are you kidding
Oh my god, okay.
me?
That was my first
Wait, did they get him out first as well?
pick, man. I mean, I got it from the get-go.
You knew it was Tejas and you continued to play.
I told you it's all about the De Niro's, yo.
I
don't
studied,
remember.
but not the geography. I was looking at the map, but I didn't recognize all the places. And I could always do somewhat of a British accent, or at least I thought I could. And then I just Googled, like, where's the most amount of brown people from England? And I was like, Leicester it is.
Your accent was really good.
I was thinking, I had somewhat of a plan, but not knowing geography is pretty American, so I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Flabbergasted. Dumbstruck. Bewildered.
He probably sounded more British than me.
I guess I have a joke. I'm not sure it's very funny. But what would you call my leaving the box in the first round? Brexit. Sorry, that was all I could think about when I left. I was like, oh my god, this is it.
Get him out. I can't believe Michael was legit. He was the least British sounding person there, and I was so suspicious off bat. I don't really remember much about this guy. I think it was mainly, the main suspicion was that he didn't know places around Leicester. Like, he didn't know a little town that was just off of Leicester, and it's like, I don't even know either. Like, there's a lot of little towns, a lot of weird names. Oh, I'm so glad Omar was legit. Okay, I feel vindicated because I put all of my eggs in that basket. Whew, that was great. That was really fun. I enjoyed that a lot. If you enjoyed, let me know. Let me know who you thought it was down below. If you immediately was able to pick out the American, or if you were similar to me, just did not trust Michael. As soon as he spoke, said he was from Liverpool. I still don't think he was British. I think he was a plant, and he paid off. He paid him off to take the fall. Right. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought down below. Let me know if there's any other videos you want me to check out. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.